Are you desperate for love?
Yes.
Are you looking for someone to cuddle home at night and just be yourself with?
Oh, yes.
Are you sad?
Yes, unfortunately.
Are you black?
Yes.
Welcome back to the Smiling Remy Unicorn of Doom. I'm Thomas.
I'm black. I'm Joe.
I'm
And loud.
Marquez.
Holy crap.
All right, so the headphones are up. So,
Wow.
we have a very special episode for you guys today. If you're watching on YouTube, this is going to be the first episode where you might want to actually watch, because there's going to be a visual something. I'm going to screen record this
Okay.
When we do it. Well, later when I
Yes,
do
yes,
it
yes.
later. But so I mentioned right before we left, I mentioned that I was going to play a dating simulator, and I was going to talk about it. And boy, did I do just that. So this game is called My Horse Prince. My Horse Prince was released in like 2018. It's a Japanese dating simulator. It's like anime style. And it follows the love between it almost starts off like a Hallmark movie, and we'll get to that because we are going to read some of it. But it starts off like a Hallmark movie. You know, it's like girl's unfulfilled in her life, so she moves out to the country where she wants to meet a guy, and she meets Yuma. There's something very special about Yuma.
Yeah.
Yuma's a horse.
Yes.
And
Yes.
when I tell you that the way they describe why this thing happens is insane. Before we start, because we are going to all get up and we're going to read this, have you guys played any like weird dating sims or like because obviously we don't. Well, I don't know about you, but I don't play dating simulators because I actually enjoy playing dating simulators. I play them. Well, I play this one because they're weird and they're funny. I never actually played a dating simulator and be like, man, this is really, I'm so invested. Mm-hmm. Except for actually, do you guys remember it was a text based dating, sort of like a dating simulator. It was like Emily left the chat or something like that.
I think so. Yeah.
I know what you're talking
I don't
about.
remember what it's called, but that one actually was really good. It wasn't a dating thing, but it was
Yeah, like a relationship.
it was like a text. You got to choose what you say, and then like it all comes. Spoiler alert! It all comes to the end. If you said certain things, like if you lied to her at any point, the game ends because she just breaks up with you. And I don't play.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to misrepresent myself. I actually genuinely thought that was a decent story, and it was sad. But I didn't play it, and there was no like. It wasn't like I know a lot of people who play those types of games like to see the anime people or whatever.
Sure.
It wasn't anime. It was a text-based thing, but it was actually pretty good. But have you guys played a weird or?
I played. I don't remember what the game is called, but the pigeon, the bird dating
The
simulator.
what?
You know what I'm talking about? It was me back in my YouTube days, middle school and early high school. Me and my friend played through. It's like with birds. It's funny. It's meant to be funny.
Literally just like you're playing as birds.
It's a dating simulator. There's birds. There's a bunch of other stuff. There's murder. It's tense. You know.
There's
it's great.
murder.
Oh sure.
Maybe.
And then I guess you can kind of count Doki Doki Literature Club, but that's not really the intended goal of that.
No,
No.
that's a horror game.
The deceptive goal, but not the intended goal.
Right. What about you, Marquez? You seem like the type of guy who'd play dating sim. I'm kidding. Okay.
Well, surprise to you, I've never touched a dating sim a day in my life.
So that makes me just more depraved and sad than you because I played through most of My Horse Prince.
Yes.
So for clarification, the horse prince, it's not a horse. It's not
Oh,
like
well,
a
you'll
centaur.
see.
It's just
You'll see.
yeah. Well, I think I've seen a picture of it before.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Well, we're gonna wait a second because it just decided to play an ad.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
So it's by
Like ads.
Usaya Games, or at least the mobile version is by Usaya Games. I don't play games on my computer because my computer. Like, also, it's easier for me to record.
Yeah,
it here,
no, I
but-
didn't. I just didn't even process that there was a
Well,
mobile
it's
version.
There's I think there's both. It's free. Like, of course, I would never have done
Yes,
this if
yes,
I had to pay any sort of money for this.
I would have gotten it for you. It
Would
wouldn't
you-
have been the first time me and friends have exchanged games like that.
Just so for the.
Yeah, just to mess with people.
Oh my God! All right, so we're gonna do something very special for you guys.
Okay.
We're going to. Actually, I meant to say something about this before, like, because I was gonna. I do funny voices, but I don't really want to do anything with it. Joe does funny voices and wants to do something with that. Yeah. And Marquez, love you, buddy. No, I'm kidding. I don't know. Do you do voices? I don't know. You're about to.
He does noises.
No.
You're about to. You do noises.
Yes.
I meant to say I was on TikTok because I spend an ungodly amount of time on TikTok, and there was this person that was like, "Hey," it was like pretty official. I don't remember what the voice actor was, but it was like an actual voice actor. It was like, "Hey, we're doing this project, this like community-based project, where we're getting a bunch of people to come in and like just send in clips of stuff and like auditions, and it'll be like just a background character, but you'll have like a few lines or whatever." So I was about to send it to you.
Yeah.
And then I looked on the website, and oh my God, it is the scariest. It's like, put your name. It's like just name, email, background character or lead character. And then it's like just, I think it's so. So I was like, never mind. Never mind. And the reason I was like, this is strange, was because they were like, all right, follow this Instagram and then fill out the form in the bio. The Instagram's name is s.hentai haven. So I was like, all right, cool. This is not like either. This is a very different type of voice acting thing that she did not. But she made it sound like it was like a. You guys remember Disenchanted?
Yeah.
The
movie?
Seth MacFarlane. No, the Seth MacFarlane. Or was it Unenchanted? It was a Netflix original. It was the guy who made Family Guy. Who made Family Guy. He also, and Futurama. He made
the Futurama last one.
I think it's called Disenchanted, but I thought it was like that. She made it sound like it was going to be this big fantasy thing. Like,
sure.
Well, it was certainly a fantasy, but if that name's apt. But so I didn't send it. I just sent your name. And no,
I'll take the money. Pass it over.
Oh God, can you imagine? We should not harp on, but like in that type of movie, you voice acting for that.
Well, how would you feel if you were just browsing for films and you discovered that it was me in it? What would you do? Would you contact me about it?
I'd be very concerned because I definitely don't watch that kind of stuff. I don't watch regular. I don't watch regular anime, let alone dirty anime. Yeah.
Yes.
So, you know what? I guess I'd just never bring it up. I would never bring it up.
I'll just stare you down every once in a while.
And I'll never look at you the same way again. So, I guess let's listen to a song first, and then we'll come back and just to because that took a turn that I was not expecting. Because it dawned on me as I was saying it out loud. I was like, oh my God, this is very possibly what I almost signed you up for, or almost sent to you was pornographic. Like
yes.
Can we say that word?
It's a way to kick off my career.
So Joe, where
gotta
did
start
you
somewhere.
Stop.
We're gonna listen to it. We play this. We play this song a lot, but we're gonna go ahead and play it again. X-Kid by Green Day. See you guys. See you guys in a minute. Welcome back, everybody. Say hi.
Hi,
Hello.
we're over here now. We're cuddled up with Thomas.
Yeah, so I don't really know how this is gonna work. If this is gonna work well, but we're gonna try it. Is that we're all on one mic?
Yeah,
we're on one mic. So I'm gonna screen record this, and then if you want to watch what's actually happening on the screen, go to the YouTube Smiling Rainbow Unicorn of Doom on YouTube, and we'll go from there. So here's first off the music. When you click, it's like it has a title screen, and you click touch start. That was much louder. And then it plays this music. So there are three main characters. There are the girl, I don't remember her name. There's the farmer. And then there's the horse prince. So I'm going to play the girl. Joe is going to play the farmer. And Marquez is going to play the prince. So we're going to start.
Okay, so like you want me to just say it?
Well, you'll know because my text is pink, yours will be orange. A normal ranch in a normal city. I came all the way to the beautiful countryside for a single purpose. I used to work at a major company, slaving away to build a career, but one day I lost sight of what I was doing. I wasn't dissatisfied with the job itself, but I hadn't had the chance to meet any good-looking guys. I poured so much of myself into my work that my only interaction with men was at the office. An office full of middle-aged salarymen no one would call attractive. So the young girl within me longed for some excitement. It was then I realized my prince would never come being stuck in that stuffy old place. So I decided to take a vacation to this ranch. Why a ranch, you ask? Well, that's because they say princes ride horses, so I thought there'd be some at a ranch. You guys are not ready for this. But there's just a big blue sky and some fresh air.
Hey, ever seen you around before?
Oh, the first person I've seen here. Hi, does this ranch have horses?
You betcha. We train racehorses here.
Do any hot guys come?
Hot guys. We got jockeys.
Oh, okay. Doesn't look like my prince is here.
Are you here to see some horses?
Oh, yes. I couldn't care less.
Well, there's one over there. Go have a closer look.
All right, seeing as I'm here.
That's him there.
You gonna say
I want you
Sparkle?
to. No, well, I want you to do like a corpse voice, like a, not like a voice, but like there's a streamer named Corpse, and he has like I want you to get close when it. Oh my God, he's really hot. No, he's a monster.
Nice features, right? His name's Yuma.
I don't think he's talked yet, but he has a human head. A good-looking one at that.
What's that? Missy, don't tell me. You're seeing the horse as a man?
Yeah, he's really subjectively hot.
Let me guess. You're Year of the Horse.
Yes, I am.
I've heard that weird girls born in the Year of the Horse sometimes see horses as attractive men. There are several theories to explain this.
That's not possible, right? Is this some sort of newfangled trick?
People with that ability are really something special. Praise! Praise!
Don't worship me.
What's going on?
Ah! He talks.
I haven't seen you around before. What brings you here?
Just looking for hot guys. Oh, I should not have said that. By the way, what exactly are you?
I'm just a normal racing horse.
There is nothing normal about you.
Way to pick on me. Am I that strange?
You're more scary than strange. This is a terrifying experience.
Wow, that's harsh. But I don't hate you for it.
Huh? Does this guy like me? No, I can't get the wrong idea. He's a horse. A horse. He neighs and whinnies.
Missy, why don't you give him some food?
Huh? Food?
There's some carrots over there. Just give him those.
Oh, okay. Gotta stop just doing what I'm told. All right.
He sure did eat a lot today.
He eats like a horse. Probably because he is a horse. I could give food to a good-looking guy.
But that'll be the poor thing's last meal.
Wait, what? I forgot about this.
His owner just quit, you see? And I can't look after him.
Oh, that's terrible. Poor thing. I feel sorry for him now.
If only there was someone who could look after him.
Isn't owning a horse expensive?
You betcha. Too expensive for me.
Of course you need money. How much exactly? Dun, 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 dun. So the horse prince is running towards her now. Oh, I forgot about this. Hey, so the horse prince is running towards her. Hey, slow down there, buddy. Eek! Thud. This is you.
This is the most despicable image I've ever seen.
Do it.
This is
You remember this one.
Yeah, dude. Hey.
Huh? Oh, right, I named my character Bill. What's happening? Is this a thing you see in the movies?
So,
So he's pressed her up against the wall now. Not in a sexual way. He's just pressed up, like he's close to her. He's crowding her. Gulp. I can't gulp.
Will you be my owner?
Okay. And then that's it. So that's the story. You guys can sit down. That was a wonderful job, by the way.
Thank you very much.
So that is the story that is the basic gist of My Horse Prince. So My Horse Prince, if you don't understand what just happened, she goes to a ranch looking for love and sees this beautiful horse, who is, he has a human face but the body of a horse, and he basically overhears that the farmer is talking to her about owning a horse, and he runs up to her and says, "Will you be my owner?" And then she says yes, and then the story just sort of goes from there. I will. I mean, I got to chapter 7 out of 10. I did not finish, and I'll explain why. But so I just want to point out, episode 1, which is what we just read pretty much all of, is called The First Gallop. Episode 2 is called Treadmill Training. Episode 3 is so I'm going to go through The First Gallop. Basically, after you finish these cutscenes, you play like a mini game. So a mini game. You basically, so in this one, you have to feed him. Your job is to feed him, and there are carrots all over this stationary screen, and you click it, and then he runs over and eats it, and he has to eat a certain amount, but he can't eat too much or he'll get sick, and so you have to it's basically just one of those pay to play things. You can pay more money to make his stomach so he resets so he doesn't get sick again, but you can also finish the level quicker. It's one of those things. That's why I didn't finish it, because it takes probably about more than a day for each episode, because you have to wait 45 minutes in between each time your energy refills, and then you can eat more. So the first gallop, you just feed him. Then you say yes, so you're in charge of this ranch now with pretty much just this one horse, and you're like, all right, so we got to make some money, so let's put him in a race. He's a racehorse, let's put him in a race. So you have to train for the race. So you watch him literally get on a treadmill and practice. And then you spend a bunch of money because he breaks every single treadmill he rides. I'm not this is just, you guys were off that whole time. I'm so not the time we were reading. Just I don't think we said too much, but
no, I said one word.
But so I forgot that. Yeah. So then I don't remember. Oh, then you wake up in your new ranch house, you get the house, and he's there making you dinner or making you breakfast. He has an apron, and
what?
He's making you miso soup with then the mini game is you click on a green onion and he goes over and cuts it up. So basically you just have an ungodly amount of green onion, and they make the joke. They're like, man, this is way too many green onions. And then he wants to be romantic. It's weird. He does romantic stuff, but isn't attracted to you at all. He does not like you. The more you go in the story, he does not really like you. He's just doing romantic stuff, and he tries to feed you, and it makes a joke. It's pretty self-aware. It's hey, how is he holding that spoon? But he tries to feed you miso soup, and then he keeps feeding you until you black out. It's literally there's the scene in there where she's like, please stop, and he just keeps feeding her until she blacks out. And then she wakes up and he's gone. And then the next episode is called Street Corner Steed. So he I don't know if he felt bad that he made you black out, but you find him. You're like, I need to take a break from this. I'm going to the city and just gonna walk around downtown. And then you get there and he's there, and he's just has a jackhammer, and you're like, what are you doing there? And he's like, yeah, I just thought you guys needed money, so I'd just get a job. And then he gets tired of doing his job, so he goes to the you and him go to the beach, and there's this scene. I think he rubs lotion on your back. There's and he's starts surfing, it's stuff like that. It's creepy, but it's hilarious. And then you're like, all right, we got to race now. So you go to the race, and he wins because the jockey, and the running joke is that farmer, another guy will pop up that looks exactly like him, but that's wearing a different outfit, and they're like, "Yeah, I'm his brother," like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And he's the jockey, and he is riding this horse, and the reason they win is because he and the horse just kick everyone who gets near them and just like beats them, so they just fall off and lose. So you win the race, you get the money, and then he gets famous off of this race. They're like, "Oh my god, look at this horse! He won this race," and then he joins a band. And so it just sort of he joins a band, and then he like gets super famous and stuff like that, and it just devolves from there. So that's my horse.
It's just totally random, like fever dream nonsense.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, it's a dream, and I was thoroughly enjoying it. No, I wasn't.
A dream full of pleasantries.
Yeah. I'm uncomfortable. So I enjoyed the story. It was funny. I never finished it because the mini games just got more and more. Like it was like, all right, the bar is bigger now, so I would have to wait. It would take me like 2 days to do an episode. So like, I'm not doing this. So I genuinely have no idea what happens. I was sort of thinking that maybe it was one of those things where like it's like, because that miso soup scene where he just feeds you until you black out is really strange. Like really creepy and weird, so I don't know where that is going. They sort of glossed over it. It's like, well, that was weird. I'm just going to go to the city to clear my head, and that's it. I was like, a horse just fed you, your crush, boyfriend, whatever, just fed you until you blacked out
And left.
Yeah, that's not something that happens. I'm sort of convinced that like these Hallmark movies and dating sims don't really know how relationships work. I'm not saying that like this happens in Hallmark movies where he feeds her until she blacks out. But I wish I got more dialogue like written down, but I didn't really prepare. But there's some funny stuff in here, and then there's some weird stuff. Like,
Sure.
I was impressed though. 8 out of 10. Just the gameplay's stupid.
Yeah.
So you liked the story, but you didn't like the gameplay.
No, because it wasn't gameplay. It was just you click a button.
Yeah, just time wasting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's one of those things. But I would encourage you guys to check it out. I would encourage you guys to check it out.
Maybe we can power through the last chapters.
Oh, totally. And it wasn't that bad, but it was like cool. I just got like not even a quarter of his health bar, and I have to wait 30 minutes for his thing to recharge. Like that annoys me. But
We can power through it like we power through Soma.
I don't think you.
power through Soma.
I don't think you can, and you never finished Soma.
Exact. That's the point.
So, I get it. So that was my Horse Prince. Thoughts?
Don't call us that.
How dare you degrade us like that?
Oh, my mic's going off.
What did you think of the game, Joe? And that was, by the way, if you're looking, like if you're a producer or a company out there, that was Joe and I's reel. That was what we show people in our audition.
Oh, sure. The animations were better than I thought they would be. For like what seemed like a joke app, they put more effort into that than I figured they would.
Yeah. No, apps are evolving, and it's really striking. Like, because they're so easy to make money because, cool. Like, and I did this because I wanted to finish the game. Mm-hmm. It was like, okay, cool. I ran out of energy. Well, you can watch this video and have full energy again. Okay, cool. I did it, and that's how they make their money. And that's the easiest. It's so easy to do that. So you can put. It's worth the investment of putting all that money in.
Yeah.
Just like a Raid Shadow.
You can't even finish it?
No.
By the way,
Raid
the Smiling
Shadow
Rainbow
Legends.
Unicorn of Doom is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. Raid Shadow Legends is an online MMORPG. It's not an MMO.
Sponsored by NordVPN. Protect your computer now by
This episode is
teleporting your
Raycons.
computer to a different country.
This episode is sponsored by Pep Boys. Pep Boys, when you think that you get something fixed and have to go back twice because they didn't fix it.
I don't know what that was.
It's a mechanic. It's like it's a decent sized mechanic chain. And I've gone 3 times, and I've had to go back every single time because they didn't actually fix what I paid them to fix.
That's nice, bro. That's nice.
But you know what?
I'm not sure. I'm sure there might be decent Pep Boys, just not the one where I live.
You know what does give you what you paid for?
most.
Dollar Shave Club. This episode is sponsored by Dollar Shave Club.
All right, and this
$5 now.
episode is sponsored by Manscaped. Manscaped.
Dollar Shave Club specifically for your genitals.
I don't think you can say that.
But yeah,
You just did. It's a medical term. Just like no.
I used the least offensive term for it I could. What's another thing?
What's another term?
No. What's another?
I mean, you got Raycons, the headphones.
Yeah, Raycons.
This episode is sponsored by
What you
D&D
have?
Beyond. D&D Beyond has a new app coming out this week. It's its brand new interface allows you to like.
I would say Hunt a Killer, but I don't think.
What is that?
It's a lot of like the mystery and like ARG people I watch. Hunt a Killer is like a mail order. This is just sponsorship now. Is a mail order package that basically ships you a box, and then the box in and of itself is like a mystery crime thing that you unsolve, and then they send you either all at once or they send you monthly shipments where you have to figure out the mystery as you go along.
Okay,
Seems pretty cool.
That's cool.
I've never heard of that. That's interesting.
The show is sponsored by loot boxes.
My loot crate.
Great.
I was trying to think of a brand name for that one.
$30 to get literally just garbage, just nothing.
Just nothing.
Stuff you don't need.
A $2 poster and a $2 shirt for $40.
I was looking for an online app, and Ulala came up out of nowhere and blew my mind. Ulala is a... Nothing.
This episode is sponsored by Honey. Get a 1% off discount code by typing
Actually,
in...
I've heard Honey's pretty decent.
Oh,
but-
okay. I mean, I don't know.
What's the?
We're not sponsored by, and the XLR Lander University radio booth is not sponsored by any of these places either. I should point out.
What's the thing with like they send you food?
Shoot! My cousin uses it. I don't remember what it's called.
I had a friend who used it as well. Crud.
I can't think of what it's called either.
I mean, there's a lot of them that do
Yeah,
that.
there's a lot
but
of
the one
them.
that does the most ads.
But yeah, so I should point out the Smilogram Unicorn of Doom on XLR or on YouTube is not sponsored, but it could be.
It could be.
So if you're in the market, if you're one of those like crappy apps that just want me to sponsor your stuff and just shout it out, I have no shame. I will sponsor your crappy app. I don't care what it is. It could be Raid Shadow Legends. It could be Ulala. It could be... I don't even play those types of turn-based RPGs, but you know what? I will for you. So if you guys are looking to sponsor the Smiling Unicorn of Doom, contact my business Instagram.
Please, AFK Arena, let me be a
AFK
shop
Arena.
merchant. I want to sit with Markiplier.
Let me-
Come on, man. Gotta talk to Mr. Mark. Come
Mr. Plier.
Let me speak to the Plierman.
on. Let me speak to the wharf stash.
If you could be sponsored by someone though, and like actually, like genuinely, because I don't have a problem shouting out like good products. So like if you could be sponsored by a company, like a big, not like a local.
Probably Old Spice.
Really?
Because like I hate commercialism and like ads and all that stuff with a passion, but I do
He is
not.
a communist.
I do not
Come get him, FBI.
refrain from saying that I purchased Old Spice specifically because the ads are really funny, and for no other reason. I prefer the scent of Irish Spring, but
Oh, spicy.
But you
Terry,
still
but Terry
buy-
Crews pops up on my screen, and
Oh no!
Is he still the sponsor? Because I thought they got a new guy.
there's
changed it.
two guys,
Oh, okay, that's it. Okay.
and they do like they compete back and forth.
So you
and they're
think
both
that
funny.
something that Irish Spring smells better,
generally
is
yes,
cheaper,
probably
but you still get Old Spice.
yes. Power.
Because I think Terry Crews is supposed to represent like the more masculine and muscular dude.
Yeah, the
while the other dude,
explosions and-
yeah, and the other dude,
Suave.
supposed to show suave.
Terry Crews is a natural.
Yes.
I'm on a
All
horse.
right. What? A horse prince?
I'm on my horse, Prince.
My
Look at your
horse,
man.
my
Now back
horse
at
is
me.
a
Your man is a horse and a prince.
Marquez, what would you get sponsored by?
That's a very good question. I would
Yeah.
like to get sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends.
I would get sponsored by Ulala. Ulala is an ingenuitive
What is
turn-based
that? I don't know
RPG.
what that
I just keep getting an ad for it. There was this old like Minecraft YouTuber that like he got sponsored by it, so it's just like, I've been looking for a new app, a new mobile game, and Ulala came out of nowhere and blew my mind. It's really annoying.
Ulala.
I don't know what happened after that. I always click skip after that, but
Yeah.
or what's that? Is it AFK Arena? That's like it's like he's like, he gets a champion or something. He's like, oh man, I got this person. Getting champions at AFK Arena is awesome.
I think so.
Really, I hate it. What would I get sponsored by? My Horse Prince. If My Horse Prince is watching, please, like the whatever studio I just said, please, I will make a video, a YouTube video of me playing. What did you just say?
Studio Ghibli remaster of My Horse
Oh
Prince.
my god! If Studio Ghibli wants to sponsor me, please. I don't know.
I don't think
they
Studio
do that.
Ghibli needs to be sponsored by
I don't
anybody.
think they do. No, but if My Horse Prince wants to sponsor me, I get a solid 10 views an episode. So I will be your guy.
Actually, you know what?
I will. What?
Actually, you know what? I changed my mind. I would like to get sponsored by either Funimation or Crunchyroll.
Ooh.
Crunchyroll, I forgot about
God,
that.
you're
Yeah.
sad.
Because I'm trying to
Those
get
are
back
two
in,
anime.
Yeah, I'm trying to
websites.
get back into them, so.
Oh.
I'm doing-
Hadouken. That's not anime.
I mean, Street Fighter, so.
It's
I don't think that's anime.
Well,
I don't watch anime. I don't know. But
it's from that island. over
yeah,
there.
it's from the
They
island.
made it.
Yeah.
the Isle of Japan.
The
Yeah,
island
those,
of Japan.
those island people.
The island people.
Yeah, so there are people
The
live on that
islanders of
island,
Japan.
and they make stuff.
They're cool.
Oh, those cute little guys from Japan.
And
They're-
people like it. And it's little island guys.
What would I get sponsored by? Shoot, because there are like some decent, like obviously I'd love to be sponsored by, like, oh, I'm sponsored by Microsoft or what,
Sure.
or I'm sponsored by Samsung. But like just like smaller apps that I can really like put my weight behind.
Yeah.
Weebly, if Weebly wants to sponsor me, I'll totally do it.
Really?
Yeah, I like Weebly.
Okay.
It's a little simplistic, but I mean, I don't know CSS anymore. I used to, but I don't know CSS anymore, so I don't know how to make my own website without it. So,
You know what, Thomas? Like that.
Buick, if you, you know,
car.
Them
I am
cars
a
are
huge
built to
fan of your
last.
products. I have a 2004 Buick LeSabre. I'm a little upset that you guys discontinued the car. It's a good car. It's a fashionable, stylish car too.
Yes.
Tesla.
The Viking.
Oh, Tesla
shit.
wants it. Here's the thing, though. If Tesla sponsored me, I probably wouldn't take a car, though.
Really?
No, because if I get in a wreck, how much would that cost to replace those parts?
A lot.
You don't. If you just get a different car.
I don't think that's how sponsorships work. I don't think they'll just give you
You
cars
should-
over
like,
and
if
over
you-
again.
You just be like, hey, Papa Elon, give me a new car, please.
Papa Musk.
Papa Musk.
Why are you assuming you would get in a wreck?
Well, or if someone hits me. Like, what if their insurance can't cover my... because, like, the cars like that, and also it's a little harder to have an electric car here because there aren't many places to do anything with it, like to charge it, without having something in your own home.
Bro, I've seen the videos of the guys setting their Tesla to auto drive and then going on like an 8-hour road trip where they just sleep in the trunk.
I don't trust that, though. Not at this point in time. Like, later on, sure, but...
Oh, like it worked for me.
Bro, that sounds like really fun. You just wake up, your car is just cruising like, hey, yo, where we going?
And if we're talking about cars, hey, if Ford Rangers want to sponsor me, or Toyota Tacomas want to sponsor me, I'm a huge fan
Or
of
maybe
your cars.
SpaceX.
If SpaceX...
That's not a car.
Here's the thing. I can't even pretend to care about space, though. Like going to Mars, so that'd be a bad choice. They'd be like, man, to pitch, like, sell people the idea of going to Mars. Like, I think that's... Like, okay, I don't
empty vacuum
really
of
think that's a
space.
great idea, so I can't really help your cause there.
Nobody can hear you scream in space.
That's your motivation?
That's your...
Is to murder people?
All right, guys, this episode is brought to you by SpaceX. You want to murder someone and don't want to hear their screams? Space.
Just kick him out
The
the shuttle,
empty
bro.
vacuum of the surface of Mars.
Join Dr. Musk's anarchist revolution because there are no laws in space.
There is none.
Is he a doctor?
I don't know.
He's a doctor now.
He probably has a doctorate.
I don't think.
I don't think I think he's just super rich and just pays people to do stuff, but he happens to know a bit about it himself.
Is he still the richest person in the world?
Yeah.
No, I thought
No,
Jeff
he-
Bezos was.
He became the richest
He
person in
came
the world
the richest
How?
like a week ago.
How would you compete with Amazon with SpaceX or
I don't know.
Tesla
By voiding several different country tax laws.
by putting all your assets in Switzerland? Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they usually
I'm
do.
sure Bezos does that too.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
what
yeah,
they both
sure.
did. I don't know how he became on top, but
But he is now.
This episode is brought to you by the Swiss Bank.
This
tax
episode is-
evasion made easy.
This episode is brought to you by the IRS. Pay your money, people. Pay your money. I will foreclose your house.
So- Don't IRS, please don't contact me. I don't want to be sponsored by the IRS.
Hey Thomas, we're contacting you to sponsor the IRS.
I listen to this podcast, and every episode, and I love the podcast, but every episode is like, this episode is brought to you by the North Carolina Highway Patrol. You may think that we have all been there. We've been busy, and the train, you can't even see it coming, so you may as well just cross the lines. But I know better, and you should too. That's literally what they tell them to say every time.
Ew. Buckle up while you drive.
Oh, and then buckle up. That's another one, too.
Don't text and drive.
Don't text and drive.
Don't drink and drive. Stop it.
I have no
Get some help.
patience for that. You know, like, that's just the dumbest way to get hurt, or worse, hurt someone else is just, like, texting or drinking. Like, that's, like, such a preventable thing to do.
Just put your phone
Even
down.
in Greenwood, Uber exists, and it's fairly reputable.
Or, like, you know...
Yeah. Until it isn't, and then that woman in Colombia got murdered. But
Well, that's... I think that's... No, we're not going to talk about that.
What?
I think that's... It's a thing. It's just a thing. But we got...
You know, it happens. It's just human life.
Yeah, that's just life, bro. Sometimes you get
Just
into
have
the
fun
wrong
with it.
car and just you're gone.
It's just like politics and... It's just like politics and just like, you know, stuff like that. Just have fun with it.
Just have fun with it,
Divorce papers, just have fun with it.
Have fun with it. Man, don't even sign them. Just draw them. Just draw you like a little bouncy castle in the back. With some stick figures and birds and stuff. Like, just have fun.
Just have a sun in the corner. Like,
Sir, you're supposed to sign these. No, man, I'd rather draw on them. Like, look at it. It's so beautiful.
I've completely lost track of what's going on.
we were just talking about how this video is sponsored by NordVPN.
Oh, okay, cool.
And also the IRS.
Well, the
That's
NordVPN helps
contradictory.
us to avoid the IRS.
Exactly.
It's really confusing. We're playing both sides of the team here.
Exactly. We're double agents, dude. Getting all the money.
This
All the
episode is
money.
brought to you by the Russian government. Okay, so I forgot about this. So I ordered, and then we got to go. But I ordered a thing, like, over Christmas, my family were like, all right, let's get each other like stupid funny gifts. So I got my mom like one of those rubber chickens because she thinks they're gross looking. And I don't know why, but it was like 50 cents on Amazon, so I just ordered it. And then as I ordered it, it said, all right, it's going to be here January 1st. And I was like, well, that doesn't help me because Christmas is January or December 25th. And then I went to a store and I found it there for like $2, so it didn't even matter. But I forgot about it because I just thought, you know, it like this was 2 days ago. So I was like, man, it's done because it was supposed to come in a month ago. And then my mom sent me a message saying, and I knew it was from China, but I got a message from my mom. She texted me a picture of this weird looking box from Amazon. No, not from Amazon. Excuse me, from Kyrgyz Air, which is a Kyrgyzstan is a small country next to China. And I was like, well, that's not China. That's Kyrgyzstan. Why is it a weird shaped box? And she was like, what is this? I was like, don't open it.
Just, you know, throw it outside. Leave it on the back porch. Don't.
Then she said, it's ticking. No. So I was like, look, I use NordVPN, so nobody knows where I live. So I don't.
For all they know, I could live on the moon.
Yeah, I intend to.
People
Which
from-
brings me to, you know, space travel is the way of the future.
Yes.
SpaceX is
SpaceX is the way to the future.
SpaceX.
SpaceX.
SpaceX is the way of the future.
Papa
We
Mud.
could have. How would Cowboys on the Moon work? I want to see, you know, like those confusion genres, like sci-fi movies. I want to see like Cowboys on the Moon, like how that, like, you know, you've seen Space Knights or
You
space
could
stuff
just
like
like
that.
get a lasso and lasso somebody and then spin them around and then sling them so fast they just escape the moon's gravity. So it's just like a giant game of like
Slingshot.
like sumo wrestling.
I'd wanna
Like,
see
instead
that.
of pushing someone out of the ring, you shove them off of them.
You just
Also, I
slingshot into
forgot
the sun.
Starhawk exists, and that's kind of what I just described.
It is, yeah. Space
All
capital.
right. Well, we'd like to thank you guys for tuning into the Smiling Grandma Unicorn of Doom this week and every week. We don't have a show after us. I was talking about, like, I would need to figure out the show so I can shout that out. We don't have a show after us.
Nice.
So, welcome to Smiling Grandma Unicorn of Doom After Hours. No, seriously, we're done. But thank you guys so much for coming. We intend to see you guys next week. We'll have a topic that hopefully won't make you just long for a relationship and for love, like a boyfriend, a handsome, strong, strapping boyfriend who feeds you food until you die,
And it's also a horse.
and is also a horse, where it counts.
And neighs.
See you guys.
Wait.
Thank you guys so much for listening. Stay awesome.
Peace.